Friday night as I'm riding solo for Friday Sports Extra. Michaela out on assignment. Coming up in this evening's show, we got some possible coaching news on the Laredo football front. Plus, the girls finish off the regular season on the basketball court. We start, though, on the guys' side, where we got another instant classic between a pair of rivals in hoops. We start off with the Northside USD rivals going to battle, both eyeing a postseason run in 2021. Early first quarter, Carlos Castro's coming up with the steal. He's off to the races, taking the hit, going to finish anyway. The Longhorns take an early edge. For the very next possession, the Bulldogs looking for an answer. Vaughn Jackson has the C's part, going down the lane for the easy deuce. Alexander jumping back out in front. About a minute later, no one in orange going to get a hand in Bobby Torres' face. That's a recipe for disaster, making them pay the lead out to 4 for the home team. United going to try and snap a Bulldog run. Frankie Bureau taking the handoff, beating the defense to the rim. The Longhorns hanging around early on. Bureau isn't done. Into the quarter, he's on the move again. Another layup in the paint. United still down after the first. It wouldn't stay that way, though. Another great game between these two. 71-67 the finals. This one goes to double overtime. The Longhorns prevail in a great one. Well, down to United South, the Southside UIC foes battling it out tonight in their second matchup of the season. The Panthers would jump out to an early lead. The Wolves not backing down, though. LBJ come up with a 3-ball here to cut the lead in half in the second quarter. They're trying to keep pace with their biggest rivals. United South, though, proving to be too much for the Wolves on this evening. They pull away for a 70-51 victory. Raul Pedraza with 23 to lead all scores. Carlos Lopez chips in with 17 of his own. Josh Castro leads the way for LBJ with 22 points, but just not enough. The Panthers pick up a key win to keep them in the mix at the top of the district. How about some 5A action? The Martin boys hosting Rio Grande City. Early on, Alex Ledesma off the steal, finding Diego Martinez on the move into the paint for a pair. The Tigers taking an 8-2 lead. Well, after a couple Rattler buckets, the home team trying to get that momentum back to skip pass to the corner. Eric Rodriguez splashing that triple, making 11-6 home team. Later in the first, Rodriguez not done. Off the catch and shoot from the angle. His shot just silky smooth. Finding another with the bottom of the net. The Tigers padding their lead into the final seconds of the quarter. Elijah Becker working on a good game already. Just beating the buzzer from deep. Squaring it up and knocking it down. Martin goes on to win it 58-48. Becker with 16 points. AJ Valadez goes for 15. That win locks up the third straight district title for the Tigers. They are 8-0 in 35A play. Checking out more scores tonight, a big win for the Knights. They go to John Paul II and roll 63-25. Diego Romo almost outscores the opposition himself, going for 21 points, while Chris Ramirez adds in 10 of his own. Not as good news for Sigaroa. The Toros head for the Valley. They fall 80-45 to Mission Vets. Meanwhile, Zapata over in the Corpus area tonight. They thump Cal Allen 65-52, picking up a big district win in the process. Well, Friday evening brought the end of the regular season for the girls in hoops with a number of questions still to be answered in the playoff races. We start our coverage at United as the Longhorns looking to lock up at least a share of the 36A title, hosting their rivals. Midway through the second quarter, the Bulldogs out in transition, feeding Samantha Cronante in the paint for the layup. Alexander taking a 1-point lead. A couple possessions later, off the inbounds, no one going to find Emily DeGoyado on the pass, hitting from the baseline. The home team jumping back out in front. They're seesawing back and forth here. The next trip down, some nice teamwork. Carranza waiting for the double team in the paint, kicking it back out. Alexia Brea from the corner. They get 23-21 Bulldogs just before the half. So Alexander not coming up on defense to Ashley Ballone, waiting patiently. She gets a shot off, cut into that Alexander edge at the break. This one close after 3 quarters, but it's a Longhorns who poured on in the fourth, outscoring Alexander 25-16 for the 11-point win to cap off their regular season and at least a share of the district title. That would come down to what would happen and putting some pressure on United South to keep pace if they wanted that district crown. Third quarter, the Wolves getting some offense from Abigail Pacina in the lane. The nice little runner going to drop. LBJ trying to claw their way back into this one. The Panthers offense are clicking on all cylinders. A kick out. Burdette Tail wide open. She's hitting from 3, just padding that Panther edge. Couple trips later, South working the offensive floors. Angelina Lopez going to come up with the rebound to put back in the paint. Nice soft touch off the back of the rim. Panthers up big. The Wolves not done fighting. They're going to work it into the post again. This time, Jacina Martinez getting it to go, but the lead is just too big. The Panthers win this one going away 56-14 the final. They finish the season with just 1 district loss, co-champions with the Longhorns. Over to Figueroa we go. The Toros trying to finish the regular season with some momentum. Figueroa looking good in this one. They take a nice-sized lead into the half and then continue to add to it after the break. The Toros will be up a dozen after three quarters and never look back on their way to a 50-35 victory over Veterans Memorial. Jocelyn Rodriguez with 18 points, while Cassandra Martinez adds in a dozen. Figueroa wins this one with ease this evening. One other score to report on the girls' side. The Martin ladies go to the Valley. They suffer a 20-point loss in the hands of Rio Grande City. Ellie Cortez with 5 points and 3 rebounds for the Tigers, while Brianna Palacios and Maisie Perez toss in 4 of their own. Well, how about some high school head football coaching news, as all signs are pointing towards the LBJ Wolves' next man being Leo Morales. From the Rio Grande Valley Monitors reporting that Morales is leaving his post at RGC and taking over the LBJ program, while United ISD have yet to confirm this news. Morales took over the Rattlers program 2 years ago, getting the team to the playoffs with a 9-2 mark in his first season, before only winning 2 games this past fall, and obviously a very weird year. He's no stranger to the Laredo football scene, having been an assistant coach at both Alexander and United. The Wolves have not made the playoffs since the 2012 season, or 2014 season, haven't had a winning record since 2015.